Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon. Happy Friday to you guys. I'm literally just sitting here still with my coffee. So I wanted to do a little chat before we got started. And I will put the timestamp down below just in case you guys don't want to, tune in for the chat. And I'm just pretty much just in this kind of new energy today. I've gone through a lot, okay? If my voice sounds kind of raspy, I don't really know why. It's just a little dry today. But I've gone through a lot of changes, obviously, for those of you that are still here with me. And I'm not going to sit here and complain about a bunch of stuff. But at the same time, I'm also going to keep shit real. You know what I mean? At the very end of the year, I made some choices. And I think that we all make choices where we're at that particular time. And I was feeling very, very, and this might be redundant for some of you, so don't worry, you don't have to listen to it again. But I was really feeling that a lot of the people and a lot of the readings that I was doing and the people that were attracted to those readings were really in a stuck place. And so I had to ask myself, what is it that I'm doing here? What am I doing? What am I bringing to this collective that could be perpetuating the stuck energy? Okay. And so I just made a decision on my own to just do away with the whole weekly soul connection check-in, twin flame stuff. Never did I come on this platform to say that none of that's real or just discount it. Did I say that maybe some people could be experiencing something that maybe wasn't exactly that? Sure, and that's okay. But I feel that there was people, not only viewers, but other readers out there that were very triggered by that. And that's totally fine, to each their own. It's just, this is my channel. And what I'm promoting on here is really just focusing on the self and taking a look at your own stuff. And sometimes it can be through another person that facilitates some of that growth, as in it triggers you, or there's something coming up within you when dealing with someone else. And that's what we're going to take a look at. So anyways, I felt really, really good about the change. I did. I felt really, really good. And I still do, but I'm just going to kind of describe to some of you guys just what I've been going through. I felt really good about the change. I felt very empowered and just inspired to just do a bunch of stuff. And then some fear started creeping in for me, because it was like, holy shit. I am not selling readings anymore, and, decks and things, and my views are down, and my Google AdSense is down, and just, all these things. And it's like, well, because you've brought this change to your channel, people are choosing because they have the right to choose. They just no longer resonate with that, or they are not feeling negative with their connection. And so maybe that's just something where they feel like they can't get that support from you anymore. So I was very kind of like black and white, like, maybe just anybody that's kind of focused on another person, everybody's stuck kind of thing. So it was very extreme, I think. So anyways, I just recently had a reading, and I think I shared this with some of you guys a couple weeks ago. And it was really beautiful because, she's somebody that I've been connected to in the community for a long time. And even though like we're not, everyday personal friends, I still trusted her enough to know, just with who she is and how she handles herself and where she's at with everything. I just trusted her to basically kind of check in with me and just kind of see where I was at. And it was interesting because after she made a lot of sense with some of the things that she was saying. And one of the things that spoke to me was that she said, you need to meet people where they're at, and you're not willing at this time, with these changes, to meet people where they're at, and people can feel that. And I thought, wow, I never really looked at it that way before. You're absolutely right. And it's not like I meant to be that way. It's just that the shield went up for me. So after that reading, it was amazing. It was almost like this, my heart chakra just kind of like, just started coming back alive, and I wasn't so shielded. So I started opening myself up a little bit more to, maybe doing like a little soul connection, this thing. And I will never go back to the types of readings where it's, who's thinking about you, what your person's thinking about you, is this person your twin flame? No disrespect to anyone that's doing those types of readings. It just doesn't work for me. I just don't like the vibration that it happens to bring in, and it just doesn't, it's not a fit for me. And so that's why I've decided to make that shift. Now, of course, making that shift, it's made things very difficult for me financially and things like that. So I am in the midst of kind of drowning right now. I'm trying to continue to bring you guys content that you like, and content that's still relevant and that's maybe empowering, and stuff that people actually are interested and want to see. Well, my views continue to go down, and so just the other day I went ahead, because you read things, and it's funny because things have been actually kind of tanking for me for a while. 2021 was just an absolute shit year. Okay, an absolute shit year. And, I had 2 assistants at the time, and, I felt and I carried a lot of guilt because I knew that they were not really in a position to be able to financially take care of themselves. And so I carried them for quite some time. And then in September, it all came to a head, and it was just kind of like, the ship is going down. I either have to have the conversation and break some hearts and, do what I need to do in order to save myself, or I just continue to drown and then we all go down. So I had to make some choices at that time, and it was hard. But the thing is, what's actually beautiful is that one of my assistants, Victoria, she's actually doing quite well. She's probably even doing better than I am right now. And I celebrate that, and I love that. And that's wonderful for her. And, but the thing is, my daughter, who's my other assistant, we're still kind of trying to do some stuff together just to kind of support each other. It's been very difficult. She's gotten a job, and then she just was very unhappy. And so we kind of tried to work with doing some creative consulting with, her skills and stuff. But it's just like, I'm still in the same boat. It's just still not going well. And so, anyways, trying to kind of figure out, well, how do I stay afloat? So YouTube, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but the thing is, so I'm just going to share this with you guys. A while ago, of course, I looked, why are my views going down? Blah, blah, blah. What are the reasons? And it was funny because one of the reasons was, maybe you just suck. Maybe people just don't want to watch your shit anymore. And I was just like, damn, but that's a real thing. That's absolutely, I'm not sitting here with my big ego going, it has to be something else. It can't just be that people don't want to watch my shit. I am way more self-aware than that, and very freaking humble, and really don't have a huge ego. I have an attitude, but not a freaking huge ego. Okay. So for me, I was like, yeah, I absolutely get that. But then, you hear things or you read things on the internet, and then you hear of other people, other readers out there that are checking in with their audience and asking what's going on. Are you guys getting notifications? I even saw one, and she's a big YouTuber, so she can probably afford for people to like unsubscribe to her and then resubscribe. I'm not sure if that's the safest thing for me right now. And someone actually did ask that in the comments. So it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. But then there's just, you hear a lot of stuff and you don't know if it's true or not. Where are people getting this information? That after 2 weeks or a month of being subscribed to someone, you're not going to see their notifications anymore. I don't know how the algorithms and all that other crap work. And I'm not blaming YouTube and the algorithms and all that other crap for my current kind of demise. I'm really not doing that. But I just was checking in with my audience, with you guys, to say, hey, I gave four options. And most of you selected, I'm subscribed, I sometimes see your stuff, or I never see your stuff. So thank you very much for that feedback. I want to say thank you for everyone's, opinions and kind words. There was only one that I had to, hey guys, there's only one that I had to delete. And the thing is, it was really interesting because as I'm reading it, it was hard to read, but I was like, I totally agree. I absolutely agree. This person was just like, you just don't interest me anymore. I used to like your channel. I don't like your new stuff, and blah, 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 and this and that. And as tough as it was to hear, it didn't hit me in the gut. Like, it didn't make me feel like, oh my God, because I could take that criticism, because absolutely, I understand that. There's, some people that I'm like, I don't resonate with their stuff anymore. It's cool. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. But then this person went into things that they don't like that I do. Like, it was just like a personal attack at that point. It was like irrelevant. Like, I'm not asking people about, my content per se. I'm just asking about, do you have notifications on or whatever? And I'm thinking to myself, this person, I don't even know why they're even interacting with me or my channel, or why they haven't unsubscribed, or I just really don't know. Maybe they just saw it in their newsfeed and they're not subscribed to me. But I was like, to take time out of your day to shit on someone's creations and what they're doing and how they're trying to kind of turn over a new leaf, astounds me. So then this kind of like leads me into my next thing. I've never identified with being like a new age light worker, love and light. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm all about the dark, but all just like the, I of course I love angels and fairies and magical things and all that other stuff, but when it comes to this, positive vibes only, love and light only, all that other stuff, it's never really worked for me. Because this is just my personal opinion, you guys. I feel like you've got to have the dark, because life is dark and light. Life is beautiful and ugly. People are wonderful and horrible all at the same time. And so if we're not balanced in the dark and the light, then sometimes things can happen to where we're really going to come crashing down. And I feel that for some, especially when we get connected to someone where we feel really amazing at first, and then all of a sudden there's that crash down, because kind of like what goes up must come down, I guess. And if you're not grounded, you're going to kind of drown and get lost in that. And I think that's kind of where I was at. I was so used to things being super easy for me in this community, where this is really not coming from an ego place. It really isn't. But all I did was post a video, and then all of a sudden I was a reader and people were coming to me, and I was booked 6 weeks out. And then I created decks and everyone wanted them. I did a retreat. Some people came, I love you, Mystic Moon. You're amazing. I really didn't have to work for that. I just did readings and it just came. And then I had 2 assistants, like, wow, I'm doing really well. Mr. Moon and I were able to do a lot of things that we weren't able to do before on my income. So it was beautiful and I felt blessed and I was very grateful the entire time. I also did a lot to help other people get started. Now, there could be a few people out there that are like, well, I did reach out to Mystic Moon and she didn't even respond to me. Well, unfortunately, when people by the hundreds come at you and they just want to take, and there's nothing really that they are kind of offering to give back. I mean, I've had deck creators who have channels that have, used my deck, but really they're not offering to do anything in exchange. To me, that's not an equal exchange of give and take. So I'm not interested. I'm not interested in that kind of situation. To me, it's a two-way street. If you support me, I'll support you type of situation. And that's not the case with all of my decks, but I'm just saying there was a lot of that going on during the last few years, where it was just very much take, everyone wanting. And it's just like, whoa, like I'm being spread way too thin. And of course, I'm a people pleaser by nature, so it was really hard for me to say no, but I just almost in a way had to like put up that severe shield and be the Queen of Swords, So that could have been taken a certain way, which is unfortunate, but sometimes you have to protect yourself from people. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, there's certain things that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out Patreon right now. I have no freaking idea how to do it. Okay. And I can't pay somebody or pay an assistant right now because I can no longer afford to do that kind of shit to basically help me. And I'm not trying to say, oh, I need some help. Somebody help me. I'm just stating this. I'm not reaching out to anybody to ask them to help me out. Now, maybe something's wrong with me. Maybe that's my own hang up, right? Maybe there's nothing wrong with asking. But I'm kind of like, I started my Etsy shop. I started everything. I did my own deck and everything like that. I did all the footwork to figure it out. And when I was challenged, I did the footwork and I figured it out. So I feel like sometimes people are just so quick to just say, just show me and do this for me and not really do the footwork. Sometimes you got to work for something. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's the case with everything, because I've helped people out and they've helped me out too. And that's been a wonderful thing. But sometimes you just kind of have to draw a line. So anyways, my point with all of that is that, I actually can't remember now. I don't even know where the fuck I was going with that. Anyways, my point is, it's been very, very difficult for me to navigate in the new age, love and light community, because I I'm very outspoken. I am very grounded and down to earth. And there are people out there that really love that about me. And there are people out there that really fucking hate that about me. And that's fine. It's totally fine. Again, not everybody's cup of tea. So as a matter of fact, this morning, this is what's really sparking this for me. I've always felt alone. I've always felt like, oh my gosh, everybody is all like, don't think about negative things, or, just do positive affirmations and it will go away, and all this other stuff, or just all this like woo-woo spiritual crap. And when I say that, I'm not trying to say it's crap, even though I'm saying that, but it's just like, that's not realistic. And I think that sometimes people, when you're like very boisterous and you have like a very strong opinion and you are very commanding with your voice, like I am, people can see that as, ooh, you're dark. You have dark energy. Hey, sorry, the cats. You have dark energy. You're negative. You're this, you're that. I've really heard that my entire life. And the thing is, I have had like this persecution complex because of it, where I'm thinking I don't belong in the spiritual community because I don't feel love and light all the time. And I'm not trying to say that there aren't people out there that are just so ascended that they just really, really are riding a high vibration all the time. I'm not saying that that doesn't exist. But I just was listening to this podcast this morning from a reader. She's actually a previous twin flame reader, no longer. Okay, for her own personal reasons, just something that no longer works for her. But she was talking about like a fragmented light and a fragmented shadow self, and also like this toxic positivity and this new age movement that's full of this, toxic positivity. Because what it essentially does is it promotes love and light only, but then when there are no tools at all for life, which is real and sometimes dark, you literally have no way of navigating that shadow. And so I've seen people fall apart in the New Age community, call it evil, just completely just cut it out of their life. And I'm going to be real honest with you guys. At the very end of this year, I was starting to feel like I don't know, because there was another reader who's been a reader for a very long time. She converted over to Christ, and I really respect her, and I respect her still. And even though her opinion is different than mine with certain things, I can still respect her and love her as a soul, as a human being. She's where she is. I'm where I'm at. And, I very much have a personal relationship with Christ. And so she's very Christ-based. And so for me, I just feel like we can still connect in that way. But I was starting to feel like, oh my God, what if all this is evil? What if all of this shit that I'm feeling right now, all this shadow, all this darkness, all this like just major depression, maybe it is that all of this is just dark, right? So it's almost like my own shadow was like attacking me and persecuting all of this stuff. And I don't put my whole heart and everything into readings. Like, they're tools. It's, again, at the end of the day, just kind of fun, entertainment. There's some validity to it, but you can't rule or run your life by what comes through a reading or the cards. We all have free will. So I've always lightly taken everything, always. And as far as, doing spells and curses and different energies that we're working with, again, your belief system about things is what's going to make things real for you. So I started going through a period of time where I was like, oh my God, I think maybe I'm freaking cursed. And I don't even believe in that, but something was happening to me where I'm just like, holy shit, I don't even know how I'm going to pull myself out of this hole. So Mr. Moon was very, very concerned. And he was just like, I'm at a loss. Like, I just see you struggling and you're, really upset and crying all the time. And, is this even something that you still want to do? And so it has been hard for me some days to just still continue to do this. But what's going on is I still have this old narrative spinning in my head, okay? That I'm not relevant unless I'm a twin flame reader. I'm not relevant unless I'm doing soul connections. And in a way, it's kind of true, because there's a lot of people out there that are attracted to those types of readings where it's just like obsessed about another person. What is this person thinking about me? When are they going to call? Is it going to work out? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that is true to a point, but I'm nothing without doing these love readings. And it doesn't mean I'm never going to do a love reading again, but I'm nothing unless I'm bringing twin flame collective readings and tapping into the divine masculine. And I'm nothing if I don't do that. So I'm struggling right now with that belief. I'm struggling to still somewhat try to figure out, how am I going to rebrand myself? What am I doing here? Is it even worth it? Because I'm working 10 times as hard and with half of the results that I used to get. It's so difficult. And I know that there are other people that are struggling, so I'm not trying to say I'm the only one, okay? But it's like I'm just trying to figure out, are there other things that I can do? So some things that are in the works. I mean, I know this is not huge or anything like that, but obviously, I just came out with the charm casting cloth and the kit a few weeks ago. That's actually done really, really well. And it's a lot of fun for people, and it's new for some people, and it's just really fun and exciting. And it's actually gotten me more into using my charms in all of my readings, because I wasn't even really tapping into my charms for the longest time. So anyways, it's also kind of pushed me to maybe do like a couple of downloadable PDF files for people that want to print something out and write on something, kind of step-by-step guide or whatever. So that's kind of in the works. Just a cool kind of a spray to just kind of clear up your energy. So that's something that's in the works. We just launched, and I say we because my daughter Kayla and I, we're working together right now, trying to just kind of keep this ship still afloat, but struggling. We came up with the Treasure Trove Tarot, which I'm going to use in this reading today, which is really based on career and finances. And a lot of people were excited about that as well, but it's not flying off the shelf. Back in the old days when I would come out with a deck, and it was probably because it was twin flame based, but it was just like, it would fly off the freaking shelves. I couldn't keep anything stocked. Now I'm kind of lucky if I'm even making sales. It's like, just feeling blessed, which in a way, kind of this downshift could be, just more of a humbling experience. You kind of appreciate more when there's less. And I am feeling that, I feel like I have more time to do things that maybe I wasn't doing before. So I know that not all of this is negative, but it is hard though to battle the ego that wants to say, oh my God, holy shit, everything's falling apart. You're totally screwed. You're irrelevant. Everyone hates you. These are the thoughts, that you have. You're only human, right? I'm only human. So anyways, going back to, because I've obviously clearly had too much coffee, I'm all over the place. Going back to the podcast, it was very, very interesting because I'm like, oh my God, like there are certain people that I'm starting to resonate with that just are just like me. And I don't personally talk to these people. It's just like I'm having this resonance with them where I'm like, wow, like I get it. And what really inspired me about this particular gal is that she's comfortable. She knows who she is. She doesn't care what other people think about her. She's not trying to please people. She's just doing what she's passionate about and doing what she loves. And I know when I do that when I'm in my truth and I'm in my power and I'm not worrying about how to just do this and try to make sure everybody's happy and all this other stuff, because it never works anyways, that I'm happier. And I know I already promoted that I was doing that, but somehow I slipped again. Somewhere from January to now. I slipped. I'm still struggling. So I'm just kind of coming to you guys authentically and saying, I'm still struggling, trying to figure out, what I'm doing, what I want to continue to do, why I want to do it, etc. So I was looking into the whole Patreon thing, and that was my point about Patreon. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I'm not asking for anybody's help here. So don't even, don't like think that that's what I'm, requesting here. But you're so sweet if you do happen to say something. It's cool, but I'm not looking for that. I'm just expressing my frustration. I literally sat here for 4 hours going, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I was just trying to figure it out. I'm like looking at everybody else's stuff and going, how is this working? How are they doing this? Because what's happening right now is that what I was making on YouTube, something is happening here. I am losing money. I am not making the same money. So me posting videos here on YouTube may not be something that I do all the time moving forward, because I'm not, like, time is money, energy, all that stuff. So I may have to do it on another platform where people kind of like our $5 type of membership a month, where there's certain videos that you guys get exclusively. So I'm kind of thinking, and I'm toying with the idea of maybe putting some packages together and actually selling them on Etsy. And these will be private groups. You guys will be a part of a private group that gets specific amounts of readings every single month, and I will individually take your energy into each of those readings, through like a candle representative of you and your energy, so you're present at those readings. And if you guys want to, sign up for that particular membership for that month, this is what you guys would get guaranteed. So it's not actually like a personal reading, but it's more of a personalized energy because I'm focusing on just my small group of those members. So stay tuned for that. If I announce it, that's something that I'll be doing. And I know that when I was getting my reading a couple of weeks ago, I remember the gal said to me, meet people where they're at. And you don't have to cut out the whole like soul connection thing. And I'm thinking to myself, you're right. I'm still very passionate about soul connections. Do I want people putting their lives on hold and obsessing about another person? Hell no. Who the heck wants that? So I'm thinking of responsibly, because I think that if you put a reading up on YouTube, anybody can glob onto it and turn it into anything that they want. I feel like if you make a commitment like, hey, for X amount of money a month, this is the material that I'm interested in, and I'm really interested in self-growth, but I'm also interested in, this soul connection and what it means and what I can learn from it, etc. I feel like that's something that I can bring to a smaller group of people, where these are the people that are really dedicated to self-growth. And that might not just go from reading to reading to reading to reading and try to get all the information that they need to get. You see what I'm saying? So I almost feel like in that format, I can bring through more messages for people with some of my older style readings, but with, of course, that still some of that focus being on you as well. So I'm just not sure that this channel is the platform for those types of readings for me anymore. So I think I'm going to bring it down to smaller groups like that. And I think I might even end up starting another channel and just doing astrological sign readings as well as pick a card readings. Something's going on with this channel. I don't exactly know what it is. So I think I might just, or I just suck, like that person said, or maybe an additional channel could maybe bring some new growth or something like that. So I'm kind of toying around with a lot of this stuff, just trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing here. Because I some days, guys, I don't even know. Anyways, so what we're going to do now is we're going to clear out all of that energy, okay? So to sum it all up, when I listened to this podcast, I thought, oh my God, I'm not alone. This person is talking about how they, aren't into that whole love and light thing, and that shadow is very important. A lot of this distorted view of light and positivity and real raw people are not being responded to well, because a lot of people are very afraid of the shadow and things that are just kind of down to earth and grounded reality, which is the kind of reader that I am. So instead of thinking that I'm just this unlikable person, I need to step more into it and own it and just say, you know what, to each their own, instead of being so damn fragile. And I just think that a lot of my shadow and a lot of my own issues that are unresolved that I'm currently still working through have really done a number on me. And I think that also it's probably doing a number on my business because it's in my energy field and people are like, ugh, I'm out. Got it. But anyways, for those of you that love real and raw, because that's what life is all about, I'm sorry. The last thing that I want to do is tune into someone who's just saying the same love and light, message every single day, waving around their crystal and talking about, Archangel Michael and how he's going to make everything better. I mean, it's cool if sometimes we want to feel that, but sometimes it's like, wait a second, we're kind of dropped on our ass to figure things out for ourselves sometimes. And that's the reality of it. And that's just where I'm at right now. My guides might be here, but they're silent. God, Jesus, the universe, however I connect to spirituality, it's silent. I'm not getting a lot. I got a lot in the beginning of the year when I made these changes, but I'm in some kind of darkness that there's just nothing here. So that's why I'm bringing this out, because I think that sometimes people, on whatever journey that you're on, a spiritual journey, twin flame journey, whatever's going on here, whatever the reason is that you're watching readings on YouTube, I think that it's normal for you guys to feel this kind of energy sometimes. And I don't know if there's something going on in the, astrological senses or whatever. I'm not real good at that kind of stuff, but there could be something going on, and we're all feeling it to some degree. So I'm human just like you guys, and I don't have it all figured out. And you know what? I'm not scared to admit it at all. I'm working through some shit. You know what I mean? And this is one of the reasons why I don't consider myself to be a teacher. I've never labeled myself as a teacher or a coach. And there's nothing wrong with people that do, because I am just not at that level where I'm still learning. I'm a student like you guys. I'm still learning. And I'm still healing. So until I get my shit together, I ain't going to be doing no soul coaching or anything. I might teach a tarot class, because that's totally different. And that is also something that is going to be coming in the works. I know I've said this for a long time, so shame on me for just basically not keeping my promises. But I promise you guys, at least sometime this year, I promise I will be coming out with some sort of tarot course or something like that. It's definitely something that I'm passionate about and really enjoy doing. And it's something that I'm very confident that I could speak about because I have the knowledge in tarot. So I may not have knowledge in life, but I have knowledge in that. Anyways, so let's go ahead. This was really cool. Okay, so Sherry from Wing and Bell, she actually sent this to me. I think she found it at Home Goods store, but she found me this candle that says Mystic Moon on it. How cool is this? So anyways, what we're doing is we are going to burn some Palo Santo and rosemary just to cleanse everything that we just talked about here. Let's cleanse all these crystals and all this energy of mine out of this space here. And that rosemary for protection. That smells lovely. I wish you guys could smell it. So these crystals, so I just became kind of like a member of this place. It's called Spirit Magica. That's online, and it's a crystal online store. So I joined their affiliate program, which means that if you guys use Mystic Moon, just Mystic Moon, with the discount, it's a discount code, you guys will get a discount on your purchases. And I just got all of these really awesome, which I put it under the full moon in Leo, so they're nice and charged. But we've got all of these cool little crystals here, and I did choose them for a particular reason. I really did my footwork. Why am I choosing these crystals for this reading? Why are these crystals, why am I drawn to them right now? Well, I wrote it down. This one right here is called Dragon's Blood. And Dragon's Blood is all about having tough skin, which let me tell you something, you guys. You need tough skin when you put yourself out there on social media. So that's why Dragon's Blood is here right now in this reading, okay? Tiger's Eye, this is psychic protection, and this is also trusting what comes to your third eye. So that's that evil eye energy protecting you from the evil eye. The amethyst for me is always going to be about anxiety. Any kind of anxiety that I'm feeling, amethyst is my go-to stone for this. So this right here is an orgonite from Michelle from Wing and Bell. It's called the Hand of Protection. Look at how cool those little orbs fit in that palm. I just thought it was so cool. This is called Howlite. Very cool crystal. Okay, it almost looks like marble, right? So this Howlite here, this is for achieving like your ambitions and your dreams. So it's like, nothing is really outside of us unless we believe it is. So this is just having that confidence in that. This is lapis lazuli. This is always going to be about speaking our truth, which is what I'm all about. The clear crystal quartz is all about purifying energy. And of course, the rose quartz is all about the heart space. And it's also about being compassionate and stepping a little bit more into our divine feminine energy, which is kind of hard for me to do. I operate more out of my masculine side, but my feminine side is what grounds me, and it just basically helps me to just be a little bit more sensitive and open-hearted in times where I feel like my shield's starting to go up. This is adventuring. And the adventuring, of course, is also about calming the anxiety, so that way we can focus. So it's more of like focusing so we can, achieve the goals that we need to achieve and just do what we need to do. Obsidian, Total protection here. Repels negative energy. And this right here is one of my favorite stones. Look at how beautiful that is when it shines in the light. Labradorite. This to me is a very magical, sorceress type of stone. So this connects us to our magic, the magic within, the magic that we all have within ourselves. And it's also about calming things and repelling and protecting us as well. So anyways, that's why I chose all those stones. If you guys are interested in that, I will put the link down below. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over. Okay, so that way we have a place to put the cards. And I'm going to put out our little Palo Santo here. I think, oh shit, I've got a little ember here that's gonna burn things up, and we're gonna catch the house on fire, which would not be good. All right, there we go, it's good. Okay, so how we're gonna start this off, and this is just gonna be a really long reading. It just is. Why not? I used to do this all the time. I really enjoyed just logging on with you guys and just doing a freaking reading. And this reading doesn't have any kind of structure. It's just, let's go for it and let's just see what comes through. Whatever spirit wants you to know today, maybe there'll be something in here for you. So just take what resonates for you and chuck it if it doesn't. So this gal named Holly, so talented. Oh my God. She created this deck, but she's also a comic book artist. You know, she has this business with her husband. They do all kinds of cool things. Anyways, I'll put her information down below, but this is her book that goes with the deck that she sent to me, which I absolutely love. But I have to read out of the book because I don't exactly know what the cards, you know, the characters are. But this is called To the Heart of Bliss Oracle. Let's see what Spirit wants to bring forth for us today and what we need to talk about. Ooh, we have the Crow Witch. Okay, so the Crow Witch is coming through for a reason. Let's see what the reasoning is behind the Crow Witch, which is number 12. And like I said, I'm going to read out of the book. Okay, because I want to make sure that we get this right. Okay, the Crow Witch. Are you at a crossroads? Wow. Do you need the wisdom of the souls that have lived before? So this is about ancestor energy, okay? Call upon the gentle Crow Witch. She has collected the knowledge of many souls and gathers it in her hair. Make a nice strong cup of tea, have some lovely cookies or small cakes ready, and invite her to sit and chat. This is kind of cool because I feel like I've invited you guys today to sit here and chat, even though I'm obviously, you know, not chatting back and forth. You guys are just listening, but that's kind of cool. You may find answers to your path in the stories that surround her beautiful face. So maybe there is something in my story I'm getting here for some of you guys that you can identify with. Maybe that's how you feel. Maybe there's something that has struck a chord within you, okay? And the crow. I always identify a crow with shadow energy. So through our shadows, through all of that darkness, there is absolutely something. There's wisdom there. There's something for us to learn. There's something for us to pay attention to. You better believe it. So I'm going to put this Crow Witch, over here. I just hit the microphone, so that probably sounds real awesome. I'm going to go ahead and put the Crow Witch over here because I feel like she is just a part of this reading. That's just how I'm feeling. Okay, the Crow Witch is here. No, Sharky. Let me turn this up. There we go. Sharky's about ready to burn her little nose by sniffing that candle. Okay, so this is, let's see. This is a new deck. Very cool. You can get it on Amazon, and it is called the Black Tarot. So it's matte. All right, so it's like this powdery matte, and it's gilded in black, which is really freaking cool. I've never used this deck on camera yet, so I'm really excited to share it with you guys. It's really awesome. So let's see what this Crow Witch is about. What does the Crow Witch want us to know? We got 3 cats on the table in the background. We got Sharky, Peaches, and Tiggs. Which one's going to try to come on camera? Okay, so we have the 3 of Swords. Whoa, it doesn't get much more shadowy than that. 3 of Swords is heartbreak, sadness. You know, being brought to our knees. I can identify with this for sure. It's a lot of things that are heartbreaking that have happened in my life, a lot of disappointments. And I'm not sitting around saying, oh, I'm perfect. I've never broken anybody else's heart. I'm sure I have. But, you know, this is just about the darkness that we feel, the sadness that we feel in the depths of our soul. But there is something for you guys to learn in all of this pain. And I feel like that's what the Crow Witch is saying. Something for us to learn, something for us to heal, of course, within ourselves throughout all of this shadow and pain. We have the Knight of Spheres, okay? So the Knight of Spheres, let me just go ahead and take a look at this because, like I said, this is one of my first times using this deck. I want to make sure that I have the suits correct. So what are the spheres here? All right, let's take a look. Let's see if it tells me quickly what the suits are. The suit of Wands. All right, hold on. I'm thinking maybe it's the Pentacles because it's like a circle. Okay, so let me just double check here. Yeah, it's the suit of Pentacles. I just want to double check that, you guys. The Knight of Pentacles, that's kind of cool because I just posted a little cute 1-minute video with Peaches, and his message for us was the Knight of Pentacles. So that's kind of neat. So what is the Knight of Pentacles? Well, first of all, the Knight of Pentacles is connected to the sign of Virgo. It's very much hard working, okay? We're dedicated to a particular craft. We're dedicated to heal, to pull ourselves out of the shadow. I can identify with this because for sure, this has been quite the task for me. It's been quite the task not to just completely throw in the towel and say, I can't do this anymore. So it's about working towards a goal. Like if you're dedicated to something, where there's a will, there's a way. You will find a way to make this happen. You will find a way to rise from all of this, rise from those ashes. And now we have the King of Swords. Yeah, that to me is like saying that we absolutely have the power. We are strong. So the King of Swords is connected to Aquarius energy. This is all about taking your sword, mastering, speaking your truth for one, okay? And just being authentically who you are. Being somewhat protecting yourself, making smart decisions, being logical and rational with life. And it doesn't mean you can't dream, but it might require us to be a little bit more grounded with things, maybe protect ourselves, maybe put a little bit of a shield up to say, you know what, I've worked really hard to go backwards, right? I think about that sometimes. I feel like I've grown in a lot of ways, and there's certain things that you kind of miss or things that you think that maybe you could go back to. But it's like, wait a second, why would you undo all of that work that you've done? You've come so far. Why would you go back? Why would you participate in that madness again? Why would you participate in the toxicity again? So I feel like Spirit's way of saying that when we're feeling very dark and down, sometimes we can reach for things that are unhealthy, habits, people, things that used to bring us happiness. And I'm getting here that that is no longer an option. I mean, it is because we have free will. There's options. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do what you choose to do, but it will come with its consequences. The Three of Swords is heartbreak. You've worked so hard. Do you really want to go back? I almost feel like this King of Swords has kind of outgrown this Knight if we're comparing energies. There's no reason to go back. There's no reason to participate in old stuff anymore. It's only going to lead to heartbreak, to sadness. You've come too far to go backwards. And I feel like sometimes our ego and our shadow and our fears and our insecurities can kind of lead us back to things that aren't healthy or back to things that don't align with us. Because believe me, you guys, I've thought to myself, oh my God, did I make a mistake? Should I go back to doing soul connection readings? So many people are upset that I'm not doing them anymore. But I'm like, I'm not feeling that's the responsible thing for me to be bringing to, the collective on a weekly basis on YouTube. Personal readings, different. I still offer certain soul connection readings on my Etsy. And like I said, I am considering doing kind of like a membership type of thing for people that are kind of serious about, learning about themselves through another person, right? But there's a part of me that's like, oh my God, like, did I just hang myself here? Well, kind of, yeah. But the thought of going back to that madness, going back to perpetuating that story week after week after week after week and like not really getting anywhere. It's not really changing. And it might even be really keeping people stuck. That sounds like madness to me. And it's madness that I've stepped away from for a reason. I've worked really hard to get to where I'm at. Why am I trying to go back? Because you get scared, because you feel empty, because you feel alone, because you feel like you just feel alone. So that's just real. That's just real fear right there that's coming through. So if you guys feel like you want to participate with an old person, an old addiction, an old narrative because it felt safe, I feel like we're being asked to really examine this for what it is. Dedicate yourself to continuously becoming stronger and mastering yourself. This Three of Swords will kind of always be nagging at you to go back because it feels safe. Or some of us even feel comfortable in dysfunction. We feel comfortable just being stuck because it's sometimes easy. I can completely identify with that too. There's parts of me that want to go back to where I started on this journey back in 2017. Oh my God, I was so happy. I was so happy. In 2018, it was blissful. I just felt like everything was just amazing. I want to go back. But that's not who I am anymore. Why do I want to go back? It's very easy for us. What is this called? Rumination. I think I mentioned this the other day. Rumination. We always remember things better than they really were. So we're being asked to address that shadow, address a little bit of that darkness. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into my newest deck. This is called the Treasure Trove Tarot, Career and Finances. Let's just see what's going on with our career and the financial side of things. Let's see what's coming through for my people. I love this. Leo. We full moon in Leo energy. I feel like it's still here. It's just really, really influencing things. This is about being strong, owning your power, right? Flexing your skills. What are you good at? Okay, I'm using myself in this reading a lot because this is the only way that I can really identify with these messages that are coming through. My skills, I feel, are being strong and communicating, using my voice, things like that. So I'm just trying to focus on what I am good at versus what everybody else wants from me. And that helps me to feel more confident. Stepping into my power and owning that and speaking my truth helps me to be a happier person. When you're just being authentic and you're not doing things out of fear, it's amazing how you feel, right? It's amazing how you feel. You just feel confident. You feel like you're focused. You feel like you're on the right path. It's when you're not feeling confident that you kind of question your path. You question your decisions. Oh God, why did I do this? Why did I do that? I regret this. I regret that, because we're not feeling confident. So I feel like when it comes to business, really, really try to step in your power. If anybody is trying to tell you or diminish your skills or diminish who you are, or they don't really see you as an asset, might be telling you it's time for you to shine elsewhere. You know who you are. You know your skill set. It's time for you to shine. May even be for some of you guys, it's time for you to be a leader, as in be your own boss. Okay? Yeah, you want to talk about that? Whoa. Aries energy now. We've got fire coming through. Queen of Wands, go-getter, independent, away shower. This is the thing that's interesting. I don't see myself as a light worker. I see myself as a way shower. That to me is kind of more of a title that I identify with. A way shower. It's like being a leader, not a manager. I'm a good manager, but I prefer to be a leader. I love being more of that example for people, inspiring other people. That's what gets me up in the day or for the day. That's what pushes me and drives me forward, is when I can do things that empower and show other people the way by example, by being authentic, by being vulnerable and telling you some uncomfortable things and things that I'm going through. That to me is real. That's raw. That's powerful to me. You know, that's just my opinion. Oh my gosh, the High Priestess. Yes. Oh, geez. Wow. So I'm going to put this in the middle because it's kind of out of camera view. Less is more. I'm really struggling with this right now because I feel like if I'm not on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube every single day, that somehow I'm just going to fade more and more than I already am. If I don't constantly pump out content, pick a card, this and that, going a million miles an hour, then I'm going to fade away. But it's not really making a difference. That's the crazy thing. It's almost like the harder that you try, the more that you try to stay relevant and put yourself out there. It's almost like, it's like the anxiety, talk about these stones really helping to, let's get clear. Let's get rid of some of that anxiety. I think I might actually just like swallow all of these because I need them. Not really. But what I'm trying to say here is that less is more. It is. It always is. Do you guys ever notice that when you're chasing something or someone, or you're just like really feeling this anxiety, you can't wait for something to happen, you're waiting on pins and needles, that it just like doesn't really seem to change the outcome? Things are going to happen the way that they're going to happen. Your energy is going to perhaps influence it, but do we want to influence it in a negative, more anxiety-ridden way? No. So it's also about taking some time for you, keeping to yourself, maybe not worrying about everyone else. That's very, very difficult to stay in our own lane and not compare ourselves to other people. I do it all the time. I can sit here all day long and preach to you guys all this other stuff. And I don't really say, I don't really see myself preaching, just talking. But I can say things such as, stay in your own lane and, like just keep to yourself and less is more and take care of you. Do you think I'm taking my own advice? No. That doesn't mean I never do, but I'm more of like a workhorse. Gotta go. Never a moment to relax. And I've got to start dedicating more time to myself. Self-care is key. But I'm afraid that if I take time for myself, then I'm going to fall apart even more than I already am. So that's where this energy of having that confidence that whatever is meant, which I always promote that, don't worry about if you're going to see someone again or if they're the one for you. Just let go. If it's meant for you, the universe will find a way. So I had to take my own advice here. But the Queen of Wands and the Strength card and the High Priestess, damn, talk about having it together. Talk about queen energy here. Talk about being magical. Talk about utilizing your shadow and doing something amazing with everything that you've gone through in life. Taking this darkness and turning it into something, making all that pain matter, right? So I feel like if you guys have something to say or something to do or something that you want to basically start doing, you can trust your intuition, okay? And you might not have to, yes, hard-working energy, like you need to sometimes work hard, good old-fashioned hard work, definitely pays off. But if you're spinning around in circles and you're just like, I'm going around in circles and I'm getting nowhere, you might have to kind of unplug from that for a minute, ground yourself, center yourself, and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing things that I don't enjoy? Why do I keep doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same result? That's craziness. That's psychoticness. Okay? But we still do it because it's what we've always done. And I'm kind of finding myself using old things that I used to do because that's how I was successful before, but it's not really making a difference. So why am I still doing shit that I don't want to do? That's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just finding myself just spinning in circles. I'm finding myself kind of slipping again, like I just said earlier. And if I just take this time to just, what is my heart telling me? What is my intuition telling me? Well, my intuition is telling me that everything that I'm doing right now, I'm doing it, and it's for the greater good for myself. But then my ego's like, bitch, you're broke. You can't afford to have an assistant. You can't take care of yourself versus your daughter. You can't bring to the table what you did before. You can't buy all those decks that you used to love to buy. You can't afford to buy these crystals. That's what my ego's telling me. What the fuck are you doing? You haven't even paid your taxes yet. What the fuck are you doing? So the ego versus the intuition could be a real struggle for some of you guys. And if that's not your story, no worries. We're going to get a couple more. Because I feel like I just kind of took that over. So let me pull my energy back. Let's pull it back. Ooh, we have the King of Cups. We have Counselor, admirable actions, and loving what you do. And I love that because, yes, that really is important, loving what we do, right? If you don't love what you do, then it feels like wear and tear. Oh, we have the Ace of Cups. Wow, beautiful energy. Revitalized, feeling revitalized. Lucky break, fulfilling position. I feel good. So what I'm seeing here for some of you guys is that because you have spoken your truth, you're being more authentic now. You're doing things that you feel good about with integrity. Now what this is doing is it's bringing forth this revitalized energy, new opportunities to do something new, something more fulfilling, so that way you can love what you do. Maybe some of you guys won't make as much money. I'm not saying that for everyone, but for some of you, but you're going to love what you do. So it's kind of like it pays off in a different way. We have 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, second look, change of plans, reassessing our goals. So this is the deal. If some of you guys right now are sitting there thinking, gosh, you know what? I'm afraid to make less money. I'm afraid to take this leap. I'm afraid to do this full time, whatever this is. It's not spirit guaranteeing you that everything's going to be okay. Because when I got that feeling to take that leap, it's not like spirit said, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Because it's not, okay? But the personal fulfillment may be more important than that financial fulfillment. I'm still trying to get there. But if I choose to look at it that way, it does change things for me. It helps me to reassess what I'm doing, what I'm bringing to the collective, and there I am talking about myself again. So if you guys are feeling that, there you go. I'm getting here that this might be an opportunity to do something that you want to do, and to love what you do and not really worry so much about the financial aspect. Maybe that will be something that comes later because the energy is so high vibe. It will just naturally, occur, basically. Sounds like magic to me. All right. So now let's go ahead and go into the energies of, let's just say, the people around us. Okay. What are the energies of people around us at this present time? Our environment. All right, so this right here is called my Twin Flame Oracle. What are the energies of people around us? Okay, so we have union. We have release, interesting. And we have action. All right, let's clarify. Let's clarify what these energies are. All right, what's this union all about when it comes to our environment? Okay, so we have the Hierophant's energy. So the Hierophant can be marriage. It's a spiritual advisement. So to me, this is spirit basically advising of some sort of union that perhaps, and this is not promising a false promise, empty promise. Some of you guys could be coming into a union with yourself, but also a union with another person, because we are asking about other people, okay? There could be some spiritual work, some kind of healing that you've done, some sort of spiritual growth and ascension that has taken place. And because of this, there could be some sort of physical union now that is coming into place here or shortly on the horizon. And now we have the Page of Wands, release. So excitement and curiosity. So this is about releasing our fears and just going for things that feel good. Like, wow, I'm really excited about this. It's kind of like the Fool's energy. I'm really excited about this, instead of worrying, because maybe the King of Swords might go, you know what? That might not be the most logical thing to do. The Page of Wands is kind of like, screw it. Let's just do it, because it's like, just think of the possibilities. Let's take a leap of faith. Let's do something. So I feel like we are being asked to kind of release and throw caution to the wind and just start dreaming again and doing things that feel good for us instead of kind of holding ourselves back with all of these worries. An action? Oh, Knight of Pentacles again. So the action to take is to definitely, there's going to have to be some hard work and dedication, but it doesn't have to be a miserable thing. Have more fun with this energy. Like release this feeling that you have to work so hard. You have to work, but it doesn't have to be to the excess or to the degree that you were doing it before. Find ways to make it fun, okay? So just sitting here thinking to myself, okay, this is probably going to be a long reading. I mean, I spoke the first 30 minutes, so now we're 30 minutes into the reading. It's an hour. I'm probably going to do this reading to about an hour and a half. Did I really have an hour and a half in my morning to do this? There's other things that are pressing that I know that I need to do, so it's going to be a little stressful for me to get these things done. But I really wanted to do this because it felt like fun to me. It felt like fun to me to sit down with you guys and just be real and just kind of pick some cards and just see where it led. So when you're having fun, you're not really thinking about all that stress. You're just throwing caution to the wind and you're saying, I'm just going to go with it because I feel it. And that's a freeing feeling. And I feel like that's what the Page of Wands is telling us, to adopt more of that attitude. You can be the Knight of Pentacles, but the Page of Wands is what Spirit is really advising you to do, okay? When it comes to the action of maybe somebody making their way towards you, because again, this is also about the energy of other people, it might be that it's a long time from now. So don't put your life on hold. Be the Page of Wands. Release your need to wait for this person to return. And really instead just get excited about what you're doing. Get excited about life. Get excited about who you are and what you're doing while you're here. Make new friends, join new groups, etc. Okay? So this union could be coming for some of you, others maybe not so much. Maybe something will happen in between that time to where you won't even worry about this person or situation anymore. But whatever's going on is happening for you, and it's helping you to just kind of realize what you're doing, what you want on this journey. Okay? That's what we have here. So let's now take a look and see what is the soul, what's the shadow energy here? Let's take a look at that shadow. This here is the Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle. And then we also have the Vices Oracle by Four of Wands Tarot. So let's just see what the current, I mean, even though we've already kind of talked about that shadow, but let's just see what we're supposed to learn about that shadow. Ooh, we have self-destruct. I create the chaos in my life. Yeah, I can totally identify with that. You know, that's the thing. It doesn't mean that things are not happening to us, but you know what? We can self-destruct with how we're handling that shadow, how we're handling our grief, our pain, our stress, our issues, you know, our triggers. Some of us can just explode and react. Some of us could just totally go to the dark side. Some of us could totally just, you know, be very black and white like I was and just say, I'm done with this, you know, never again. I'm totally closed off to it. Very black and white thinking and not realizing that, you know, there's some repercussions. Maybe some people were like, ooh, that's just a little too much for me. I even feel judged by Mystic Moon now, you know, something like that. So we're meant to learn something here. We're meant to learn something. Okay, this kind of makes sense to me. So what is lust? Well, I mean, love is love and lust is lust. It's two different energies here. So the root chakra, this is all about our needs, survival, physical, carnal desires, lust, right? In the physical body, physical touch. This I'm getting here, and why it's coming through this way is because Spirit's trying to tell us that there is something in this very lusty energy where we're getting lost. There's this lusty energy where it's just like, we might really desire something, but just because we feel this energy, do we feel like we have to have it? Do we feel like it's just something interesting, secondary? Do we feel like it's something that's actually derailing us because we're so focused on that feeling or that desire of what we want, right? So, ooh, yeah, I'm also getting another message too. Not everybody's in this situation, but let's just say you're seeing someone. Either they're involved with someone else or they just don't want to commit. They just want a physical relationship, and that's not working for you, because what's happening here is you're putting your needs on the back burner just to maybe either appease them or to also appease your own desires, which is, well, if this is the only way I can be with this person, then I'm going to just go ahead and do it. But what it's doing is it's actually self-destructing behavior. So this is a shadow that's saying, I'm creating this chaos. And it's interesting because I was also listening to another podcast. Sorry, I had to take a drink of my coffee. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. Anyways, it was talking about how sometimes we can get into the blame game. And this speaks very personally to me. There was somebody in my life, and I've probably talked about this before, where this person said to me, I'm bad at commitment. And I'm thinking, what? Like, I'm thinking this, I'm not saying this, but in my mind, I'm just thinking to myself, you say that now, but just wait. Just wait until, this happens and you're going to be hooked, and, using all those tricks in the book and just beautifying myself and being super seductive. It didn't change shit. The guy said he had commitment issues for a reason. He did not want to be committed, whether it was to me or to anyone. Now, the thing is, obviously, since that situation, it was a very long time ago, the guy's moved on with his life and has been in other relationships. He just didn't want to commit to me. And so we can build this story in our heads and say, oh, this person just has commitment issues, or they have this issue, or they have all this, all these traumas, why they don't want to commit to me. And now I'm pissed off because this didn't work, even though they told me. Actually, they were very honest with me and told me that, sorry, you're not my first priority. I'm not going to be committed to you. But you were like, ooh, well, that can't be the situation. I'm going to change your mind. Usually doesn't work. So I feel like we can sometimes create our own chaos because of the things that we are not listening to, or the things that we're participating in, even though we have a choice not to do it. So when we don't put our needs first, and we don't speak our truth, and we don't tell people honestly where we are, because I wasn't honest. I think I had said something such as, maybe I pretended not even to hear it, but I certainly wasn't like, really, wow, well, I am looking for a commitment, and I don't want to just basically have a sexual relationship with no strings attached. I should have said that. I would have saved myself so much pain, but I didn't. Instead, I just continued to show up time after time in this putting my needs second, and just until it just created chaos in my life and exploded and self-destructed and blew up in my face. Okay. So I feel like Spirit's trying to tell us that if we don't put ourselves first and we're waiting for somebody else to make a choice or to choose us, you're giving somebody else, and you're putting all of the power into someone else's hands. And that's not something that we should be doing. We should be from the get-go saying, you know what, this isn't going to work for me. I'm better than this. I deserve more. I want more. And I'm not afraid to tell you this, because you're going to probably not want to get involved with me or be with me. But sorry, I'm not afraid to lose you, because I'm not going to put my needs second ever again. So there's that energy here. All right, this is the Macabre Tarot. We have the Sun. Sun is about confidence, you guys. It's Leo's energy. It's being more like that king, like you're the bomb. All right, you're the bomb. And because you know that you're the bomb, you're not going to try these little maneuvers here, unless that's something you want to do, unless you have zero expectations. But let's be real. Sometimes that bites us in the ass. Sometimes when we're spending time with people and that's all that there is, and there's no strings attached, there's no commitment, and they're just kind of coming and going in and out of your life, that doesn't feel good. It's almost like we shouldn't even be inviting that type of energy in our life. We're better than that. Yep, we have the Moon. Masculine and feminine energy here. So to me, what this is telling me is that this is giving us an opportunity to balance and to unify the energies within. So you know how we just saw that union energy? And then we saw the Hierophant that was connected to that. There's some sort of a spiritual lesson here and something that you've gone through with someone that's helping you to balance the dark and the light within yourself and the masculine and feminine within yourself. To being the king and the queen all in one within you. So that way you're looking for somebody to compliment you. You're not looking for somebody to be your everything. You're not going to put your own needs second because you're looking for someone to fill you up. Your cup is already full. You're looking for somebody to partake in, clinking those glasses together and saying cheers, and then both drinking from full cups at the same time. So that is something that is showing up as some sort of shadow work right now. So I'm not sure if that resonates with you guys, but that is what we have. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into these cards right here. This right here is the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. Let's see what wants to come through. Whoa. Alexa, play Marina Ray. She always says that the Amazon music has stopped because there hasn't been an activity or something like that, and it's not true, so I don't get it. I think she's broken. All right. And maybe that just started some of your guys' Alexas. Sorry. Romance is in the air. Woohoo. Okay. So romance is in the air, you guys. And we have money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Hello. I love this. That's beautiful. We have a feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Wow, that's not what I would expect from feather. I see feathers as like divine protection. So I kind of feel like there is another message here. Divine protection, divine offering. Someone that you know is undependable. There's something for you to learn from that situation. There's someone where maybe you feel physically attracted to them, but they're really undependable. They're really not set up to give you what you need or what you're looking for. So make sure that you don't waste a lot of time in that area. I'm getting that. We have something about money and hard work and achievement success. This to me is like that worker ant, worker bee, Knight of Pentacles energy. So when we work, and it's, again, not to the detriment of your well-being, but you're putting dedication and work into your craft, whatever it is that you're trying to create. And guess what? You are creating a money path. Money is waiting for you. There is some sort of, like a celebration here at the very end. There is some sort of success that comes from this hard work. Okay? Horse, short journey. Yeah, so there's something that there's a journey here and it's a short one, meaning like it's not going to last too much longer. So if you guys have been really sad or depressed over someone or some kind of career situation has been stressful, this is something that's about ready to end. Yeah, because there's going to be a brand new beginning here. There's going to be a brand new beginning. So let's not waste too much time on spilt milk. Look, crown, honor, and respect will come to you. So when you respect yourself, remember, when you treat yourself like you're the king and the queen, you're going to attract like a person in your life. If that's what you're looking for, you're going to attract someone that's going to compliment you, not just take from you. When you respect yourself, other people respect you. This also has something to do with work as well, as in you're still this king or this queen, which we saw a lot of that energy coming through with the success and finances deck. Okay, yes, we have forces working against you. It's not a lie. Forces are energy. Forces can even be yourself, your own fears working against you. This is happening. Our shadow is real. There are people out there that are assholes. There are things in life that happen that suck. So we can't just sit back and pretend that everything is love and light and that it's not happening, because it is. But what we can do is we can allow it to make us stronger. What didn't kill us only makes us stronger. Whatever happened, whatever didn't work out, it helps us to see things in a whole new way. So that's the message there. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. Change is coming. See, I got this with this. Things are not always going to be this difficult. Even though it feels like forces are working against you, it's in a way forcing you to the next stage of your life. That's what's happening here. It's forcing you to the next stage of your life. So romance is in the air. But what this is telling me with romance is that there might be someone in your life right now where if you're not getting your needs met now, pull out. Don't even waste your time. Don't put any more energy into this, because this person from the get-go is just not what you're looking for. They're not going to change with time. They're not going to, I'm not saying that they can't, but there is this message that's, wanting you to know, just take that axe and just get it out of your life. Just be done with it. You've worked maybe really hard to make something work. If you're not getting the same, energy from someone else, then stop wasting your time. End this journey now. Make it a short one. Don't draw out this journey any longer than you need to. It can be a short one. It can be a short-lived romance. It could be a short-lived soul lesson. And you can carry on your merry way. And like the caterpillar, you are going to transform into a butterfly. Something else awaits you that's more valuable. I love this message. It's beautiful. I keep knocking down my little things here. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into this cute little Halloween, even though it's not Halloween anymore, but I still want to tap into it. This Halloween deck, Spooky Boo Halloween by Fire Witch Tarot. All right, Spooky Boo, what wants to come through? Oh, guards up, interesting. All right, that speaks to me. Oh gosh, that's true. I woke up in the middle of the night and I could not sleep between the hours of 2 and 4. And of course, when I woke up, because I wake up every morning during the week with Mr. Moon at 5, I had a hell of a time getting out of bed this morning. It was tough. Ooh, avoiding. Eehee, what are we trying to avoid? Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Whatever we're trying to avoid or stuff down, it is going to come up. Okay, whatever we're trying to block out, that's why it's not always smart to just pretend everything's hunky fucking dory, because it's not. You have to admit that sometimes things suck. And I've dealt with people like this before. And it's actually highly annoying to me, because it's just kind of like, wow, like you probably really don't even know what it's like to struggle. You're either not of that age where you even understand real life struggles. You know what I mean? So don't tell me to be positive and love and light and everything's going to be okay. I think sometimes that is a way of coping and dealing, but whatever we're shoving down and not dealing with does have a way of resurfacing. And I feel like this insomnia is kind of like, it's going to come up in your dreams. It's going to keep you up at night. It's going to be something that kind of wakes you up, like a wake up call, like, whoa. So at some point we will have to deal with it. We can't avoid the shadow, the insecurity, the trauma, the wound forever. We can't avoid something forever. There's a reason that we're feeling what we're feeling. So let's try to address it and do something about it. So let's see how our guides are working with us. This right here is from Angelic Revelation 144. This is the Universal Heart Oracle. How are our guides working with us? Interesting. It says a connection within your life is soon to transform. The soul bond that you share will grow even deeper than before. True love may have once seemed like a dream, but the empathy and compassion that you share with this person will continue to create an emotional closeness like you have never experienced before. There is no need for you to have any fear, because this person is your perfect vibrational match. You may seem different externally, but internally you are so very alike. United together, you can overcome any challenges to your current circumstances and establish a loving, romantic relationship that feeds your heart and soul. That's amazing, you guys. What I am getting here is that as long as you're wasting time with someone, it's not working out, okay? I mean, if something's working out incredibly with somebody, that could be something that's like, wow, this is just confirming that. But if you're dealing with somebody where their guard's up, they're avoiding you, they're not returning your phone calls, they're saying no, and all that other stuff, you gotta be done with this, cut that out, and make yourself available to something that is right for you, because Spirit wants to bring you into a vibrational match with your person, your counterpart, the person that's right for you. So as long as we're fighting over here, fighting the inevitable, trying to make something fit, we are actually preventing ourselves from coming into vibrational match with that particular person that is meant for us. That's amazing. So try not to waste a lot of time worrying about why somebody isn't returning your call, or why someone just can't change, or why this person isn't available, or why can't they just love me, or whatever's going on. Don't even waste your time, because the universe has something else in store for you. So that's why romance is in the air. But did you guys see what it was connected to? It was connected to someone as unreliable and insincere. They're a jerk. Let them go. That's it. That's what I'm getting. So anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so this right here, these are 2 decks by Aqua Moonlight Tarot, The Secrets of a Lover's Journey and The Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. So we're going to get a card from each and see what we need to know. Oh, I love that. Purified Soul. So it says, angelic healing, shining inner light. Beautiful. So this is purifying your energy, doing what you need to cleanse, to heal, making space for that person. See, you got to detach. You got to disconnect from something in order to let something else that's of a higher vibration, that's of more of that light energy into your life. You cannot have both, is what I'm getting here. Okay, you can't hold on to this toxic energy and expect some amazing, beautiful thing to happen to you. It's just not gonna work that way. Energetically, you have to purify yourself. That's what I'm getting here. And it's kind of like you've been drifting apart from this for a while. You might just be, that's not gonna resonate for everybody, but some of us just might be addicted to the idea of someone. Or that's just kind of the only narrative that we know, the only story that we know. We're kind of stuck in that story of still like, maybe this is it, but it's not. So don't be afraid to let someone slowly drift away out of your life. Don't be afraid to detach from this person and disconnect, because guess what? It's going to be replaced with something that is in more of a vibrational match to you. I love it. So let's go into Messages of Love Oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. Oh, see, you are protected. You are safe and divinely guided. So your guides, even though, like I said earlier, I feel like my guides are just like taking a break. They're on a coffee break somewhere. I don't feel them. I'm not hearing them. Doesn't mean they're not there. I'm still being divinely guided, whether I realize it or not. My ego, my shadow, and my guard is up and saying, oh, I'm alone. It's not true. But see, the more that I take time for myself, and disconnect from things that are keeping me stuck, and purify my heart and my energy and my soul, the more I'm going to feel this energy, the more I'm going to be able to trust that it's still there. Okay. So that's just a little tidbit there. Let's get our soul purpose. This is from me, Divine Essentials, our soul purpose. What's our soul purpose at this time? Because it's constantly changing. It's not always the same. What is our soul purpose at this time? What is Spirit instructing us to focus on or do? Ooh, we had committed. So this is kind of cool, you guys, because there is something about committing to unifying with yourself. Now, some of you guys could look at this and say, oh, this is the union that I'm coming into with my counterpart. That could be for some of you, but I'm getting for the majority, stay committed to the sacred union within you, okay? Or stay committed to the path of self-discovery or self-love or self-personal fulfillment. Stay committed to that, okay? And when you stay committed on that path, that is literally going to lead you to the counterpart that you've been looking for. That's what I'm getting here. So it's a part of your purpose right now to love yourself and commit to yourself the way that you're looking for in a counterpart. And that vibrational match, which we've just seen in this message here, is saying that a connection within your life is soon to transform you. Okay? But it's all connected to disconnecting and detaching from an old energy that's not serving you. Okay? That's what we're seeing. All right, so let's go ahead and get a heart song. This right here is Celestial Forecast by Carrie, her Heart Songs deck. Let's see what heart song wants to come through. This is a song from your guides. We have God Only Knows. Oh my God, God Only Knows. The Beach Boys. I love the Beach Boys. Every single song from the Beach Boys. I could just put on the Beach Boys and just feel like a total vibrational shift in a positive way. Okay. If you should ever leave me, well, life would still go on. But oh, you know what? I'm immediately getting what Spirit is telling you, your relationship with God, your higher power, however you guys connect. Sometimes we lose faith. Sometimes we do. We lose faith. Sometimes we say, I'm done. I've cursed God many times. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share this personal story with you guys. Because why not? I've been doing it this entire freaking reading. And if you're still with me, then that means that maybe you're feeling it. My friend Michelle from Wing and Bell, she made me this charging plate. And it said, God is good. And she sent it to me at a time where I was feeling really, really down. And I pretty much was like, to hell with God. I have not used that charging plate since she sent it to me. And she made this beautiful thing for me. It's almost like I was disowning it. I'm not using that plate because I just feel abandoned. So guess what? Life is still going to go on. Believe me. Okay. The world could show nothing to me. So what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you. So this is basically telling me here, you guys, that Spirit is telling us that regardless of what you say or do, God is the universe, your higher power is always going to be with you, no matter what. You can never truly be abandoned. You can abandon yourself, but the universe and God and Spirit and your guides are not abandoning you. So that for me is the message. So if you guys hear that Beach Boys song, God Only Knows, I swear that's a message straight from your guides telling you that no matter how many times you fall off the path, it doesn't matter. God's going to be there waiting for you. So this is my little Tall Tales Cat Crew cat oracle with my kitties. What do my kitties have to say? We have be on the lookout. Look at Chibs. Be on the lookout. What do we need to be on the lookout for? We have talked to someone, and we also have consultant experts. So that's kind of cool. We need to be on the lookout for signs that maybe there's certain things that we are having a difficult time coping with. Now, that's one of the reasons that I had reached out to the reader, because I was like, you know what? I haven't done something like this in a very long time, but I was feeling like I needed some sort of help with a shift. And I'm glad that I did reach out, because just by talking to her, consulting her in certain things that she's an expert in, I was like, you know what? It really helped me. And it's not like it fixed everything, because I've still struggled since then. But my recoil, or my, what's the word I'm looking for? Like just my bounce back rate of when I am kind of struggling. I have her words in the back of my mind that's kind of like, you know, you're right. I need to consider that. But see, be on the lookout. If I wasn't cruising YouTube this morning, I wouldn't have heard the podcast. And I'm telling you, that podcast and how I was resonating with that reader and everything that she was saying, I was just like, oh my God, it struck a chord within me where it gave me power. It gave me strength. It gave me just confidence again. So always be on the lookout for people that inspire you, people that are speaking your language. Be on the lookout, because we do have a tribe. Even if you don't really have any friends that you spend time with, or even like a big family or a support system in your physical space, be on the lookout for your tribe that speaks your same language. Even if you've never spoken to that person before. I've never spoken to this person before, but I just feel this energetic tribe, that connection. It spoke to me. And it was amazing. So be on the lookout for things that speak to your soul, that help to empower you, that help you to kind of remind you of who you really are and what you came here to do. That's beautiful. Okay. So we're going to just use one last deck, and then we're going to call it a day because it's an hour and a half. Holy smokes, I have no idea how long this video is going to take to upload to YouTube. You guys might not be seeing this shit until 5 p.m. All right, this is my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. What spirits are going to continuously show up for us as we navigate this journey? Ooh, I love it. We have the Spirit of the Fox. I feel like this fox came up in a reading yesterday when I was using the fox charms. The charms. The fox came out. Sly, cunning strategy. I love it. Yep, Spirit of the Pumpkin. Love that too. And Spirit of the Lighthouse. Return, guiding light, belonging. What did I just say? It's like you're coming back home to yourself, who you really are, right? So to me, the Spirit of the Fox could be a spirit animal that you guys are identifying with or will be identifying with. And this is to basically also tell you to pull back. Less is more. Don't reveal your plan to everyone. Okay? Maybe be a little bit more strategic with certain things that you want to do. That's probably that Knight of Pentacles energy. It's going to take some dedication and effort on your part to get certain things done. So try to figure out what that is and then strike when the iron's hot. Do things strategically. That's going to help you to get you to your harvest, your bountiful harvest. So the autumn to me is like we are gathering our resources and we're reaping the rewards of all that hard work, the harvest, right? But then we also have the midnight energy. And that midnight energy to me is that very magical hour. So if some of you guys are even feeling called to maybe spend some time doing extra things at night in order to, it's funny because I've been feeling this vibe at night where I want to connect with you guys. I want to just get on and chat. It's just really fun, not just during the day. But I feel like there's something magical that's taking place at night. So this is also about astral travel, paying attention to your dreams, asking your guides to come into your dreams and to help you to kind of return to who you are and to guide you to information that will be helpful to you. So I feel like it's about you setting some intentions before you go to sleep and keeping maybe even a journal by your side and writing what is being revealed to you at night, because your spirit guides are helping navigate your journey with you at night. And they're trying to push you into a direction where you actually are headed and where you belong. That's so amazing. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed whatever I brought through here today, if it was anything that was constructive for you or helpful. If not, no worries. I hope you enjoyed it anyways, or if not, that's cool too. So thanks for listening, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that is just a support system for me, whether it's in the comments, buying merchandise, buying readings, or just basically sending nice words and things like that, or even, donations. Everything that you guys are doing, it makes a world of difference to me. It's almost like less seems to be more, now that there's not a lot of stuff going on, that those things that do show up, it's just like, it's not getting lost in this huge pool anymore. I'm really able to go, wow, I really appreciate this. So it's kind of interesting the way that life works sometimes to kind of get us into a certain mindset. And that's certainly something that I'm feeling now. I feel a lot more grateful. I feel a lot more I just feel fucking grateful for you guys. That's just all I want to say. I love you guys. Thank you very much. All right. I will talk to you guys. I think I'm going to be announcing the winner here, but this might post after that for the thing that I've been doing, the 4-week thing. Okay. And I'm not sure, but I think I might actually just go straight up live, not even pre-recorded. Let's just go live. You know what I mean? I'll pull some cards. I've never done a live on YouTube before, so I might try to figure that out. But yeah, stay tuned. Talk to you guys soon.